She's not taking the fucking phone. I said, whatever. I'm trying to be. What's his name?
Who, Bill?
Hector.
Uh-huh.
I said, Hector, you need to bring. Well, first I called him trying to be. Hector, I don't hear you. You need to bring the money in. This is the fourth time I've called you. This is the fourth excuse. I'm done with your excuses.
Mm-hmm.
So Annette called me back. And I says, well, you don't bring me the money in today, I'm taking you to court. She's not taking the fucking phone. I said, whatever. I'm not calling him no more now. I'm done calling.
I hear you. Yes. Hello?
Okay, let's see. I thought I said, okay, I've got Swafford, Hutchins, someone from EMU. So I'm just gonna work through the tickets and we'll handle the people that are here. Swing back around for anybody that shows up later. Is Naomi Alexander on? Naomi Freeman. Bonnie Killian.
So yes.
Yeah,
Could you state your name, please?
Bonnie Killian.
City of Ypsilanti versus Killian 22YP 18618. This is yours, Officer Swafford. The ticket was issued to you, Miss Killian, on October 26th of 2022 in the 600 block of North Congress Street in the city of Ypsilanti. The ticket was issued because there was a vehicle parked on city property with a for sale sign. The penalty for that is $50 in fines and court costs. And you can admit responsibility or we can have a hearing. What would you like to do?
A hearing.
Okay, could you raise your right hand,
Parking
please?
my car on the street.
Could you raise your right hand? Miss Killian, is your hand raised?
Yes, right here.
Okay, I'm sorry, I couldn't see it.
I'm sorry. There it is.
You swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this matter is the truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Officer Swafford will testify first and tell me why he wrote the ticket. Then you can tell me whatever it is you want me to know. Go ahead when you're ready, Officer Swafford.
Yes, Your Honor, good morning. Yeah, in my routine patrol, I was driving down North Congress, observed the Monte Carlo, said vehicle, had a display for sale sign on the window. I issued a ticket for displaying cars for sale on city property and left the scene.
The car was parked on Congress on the street?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Go ahead, Miss Killian.
Yes, hi. I had my car and I brought it here because I moved here. And I said to the officer, now don't be giving me a ticket. He said, oh no, we won't give you a ticket. Before I put it in the street, and that's what he said, and I put it in the street, and now I have a ticket.
What officer did you talk to?
I don't know, the one that came to the house, I don't know who he was. Yeah, it was parked in my yard and they said that I couldn't do it, so the guy
Yep.
stopped, yeah. And I
Okay.
understand that, so
Do you
I
know
put it in
anything?
the,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
so I put it in the street and I thought that was okay. You can't sell anything in the city of Ypsilanti, huh?
I don't know the answer to that. So,
Well, how
officer-
can you do it if you can't put a for sale sign on it?
yeah, I don't
Doesn't
know.
make any, I know, it doesn't make any sense to me.
So Officer Swafford, it sounds like someone maybe
Pardon me?
told, maybe someone told Miss Killian that she couldn't have it parked in her yard and that they
Yes, Your Honor.
wanted-
Yeah, I'm sorry, Your Honor. Yes, that was myself. I drove by over the summertime and explained to him what the ordinance was on parking a vehicle in the yard.
Okay,
Yes.
And then we worked it out. Everything was fine. Then I seen it on the street later on, a
Okay.
week or so later, I believe it was. With the for sale
And
sign.
did I, and
Okay.
did I not tell you not to give me a ticket for that, that I would be to
No,
your
you-
office?
I don't remember discussing with you
Oh,
that
okay.
time. I remember discussing with in your
It's
yard.
convenient.
okay. So it was you, Officer Swafford, that told her she couldn't park in the yard and you didn't give her a ticket for parking in the yard.
Correct.
But at that time, you didn't have any conversation with her about having the for sale sign in the road.
It wasn't in there at the
There
time.
was no for sale sign at the time.
Yeah, when it was in the yard,
Okay.
when it was in the yard, there was no for sale sign.
I see. Okay. All right. So I'm going to find you responsible today, Miss Killian. I know you weren't trying to violate the city ordinance, but that's not really what we're dealing with on
Okay,
this.
the sign was in the yard when I moved it. It was a different sign. I went to the store and spent a lot of money on nice signs and put them in there.
Okay. I'm finding you responsible today for the ticket. The fine is $50. You
How
have
much is
10
it?
50.
Okay,
You have two options now. You can pay the fine within 10 days, or you can file an appeal and have the judge hear your case within 7 days.
I'll just go ahead and pay it. I've been waiting too long.
Okay, you're all set then. Mr. Weatherspoon, can you turn your microphone off? You're all set, Ms. Killian. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, is Naomi Freeman or Naomi Alexander on? Okay, that's all I had for you, Officer Swafford.
All right.
This other person, I think it's the same person, but she hasn't appeared, so I'll default those tickets.
Okay, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye-bye. City of Ypsilanti versus Daniel Anusis, 22E 653877. The last name is Anuzis. Okay, defendant has failed to appear. Default judgment will enter. That's the only one that I had for EMU.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. City of Ypsilanti versus Chris Fraley, 22YP31762.
Here, Your Honor.
Good morning. Could you state your name, please?
My name is Chris Fraley.
Mr. Fraley, you're here today on a ticket that was issued to you on
November
October
29.
3rd, 2022 on North River Street, city space number 549. in the city of Ypsilanti for having an expired parking meter. The penalty for this is $25 in fines and court costs. You can admit responsibility, or we can have a hearing. What would you like to do?
That has already been paid. And it was
You paid it?
suggested to me that I come and state that.
You paid it to the city?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So we don't get it.
However, it would be nice if the signage was a little more clear. The city of Ypsilanti usually has coin meters.
Yeah.
There's a kiosk there, and it doesn't mention that at all. It just has numbers that also don't look like city parking numbers. It looks like something that the co-op could have put there, but it doesn't look like official city numbers. So if that signage could be clarified,
That's
and
not something the court can do anything about. That's something
Gotcha.
you'd have to talk to the city about that.
all righty. So
Okay.
you've been paid. Am I good?
Yes, thank you.
All righty. Have a great day.
Thank you. City of Ypsilanti versus Haley Graff, 22YP 34456. Haley Graff. She has two files. City of Ypsilanti versus Scott McEachern. YP 37947. Could you state your name, please?
Scott McEachern.
McEachern, that makes more sense. Okay, Mr. McEachern, you're here today on a ticket that was issued to you on October 28th, 2022 in the city of Ypsilanti on the 300 block of Jarvis, parking in an area where parking was prohibited. The fine for this is $50. You can admit responsibility, or we can have a hearing. What would you like to do?
I'm a hearing.
Okay, could you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this matter is the truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
I do.
Okay, Officer Hutchins will testify first. When he's finished, then you can tell me what you want me to know, Mr. McEachern. Thank you. Go ahead when you're ready, Officer Hutchins.
Yes, Your Honor. Patrolling that morning, came around the corner onto Jarvis, saw a vehicle parked in a no parking zone. The entire north side of Jarvis is no parking,
Right.
and issued citation for parked in a no parking zone.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. I'm a DoorDasher, and I was actually dropping food off to someone in the complex, and I thought, because like both of the lots there are for residents only, and I've parked there before and had my car towed. Like, I've had my car towed for being in a building less than 2 seconds dropping off food. So I thought that we were just allowed to park there with our Uber car or our DoorDash car or whatever car we might be driving as delivery drivers, and I got a ticket.
Well, you can't park on that side of the street. You could have parked on the other side of the street.
The other side has no parking too.
The bulk of the south side of the
Both
street is
sides are no parking. Okay, so let me ask you a question then, Officer Hutchins. So like if a UPS truck or an Amazon is dropping something off, what happens for those vehicles?
UPS and Amazon have special exemptions for the city.
So they have contacted the
also-
city.
Yes, they're also flagged in large commercial vehicles.
Okay,
The private vehicle that can have that tag in it. That,
so
like,
he would have to contact the city to get the permit.
there would be a large chain of things that would have to be taken
Yeah.
care of. And because those are like, you can drive for Uber or Lyft or DoorDash or whatever for 2 hours and then stop and
Right.
then just leave the tag up. You know, it makes it a weird gray area.
Yeah, but he would have to contact the city if he wants an exemption. Okay, does that make sense, Mr. McEachern?
Yeah, and since I haven't been parking, I've just been taking chances of getting my car towed.
Yeah,
It's just, as
Well-
DoorDash drivers, everyone calls for DoorDash. I mean, I'm sure we've all done it before, and then we don't want the DoorDasher to park. Where are we gonna deliver your food to? I
yeah,
mean, I can't throw it out my window, and I can't park in a no parking spot. I'm kind of left with nowhere to park to make my delivery.
yeah, I understand that, but that's not a good enough reason to violate the parking laws. So I am finding you responsible today. You can contact the city and see if there's a way for you to get the special exemption to be able to
They-
park.
They legit, that's what I called them for. I called to ask, like, what about DoorDash drivers? And they sent this to a court matter. This wasn't, from my understanding, this wasn't even supposed to make it to court. Someone was supposed to look at it, but I feel like someone just was too lazy to look at it.
No, that's
So-
okay. All right. Okay. When you file an appeal for your parking ticket, and I see your appeal here, and what your appeal says is, I am an Uber driver, Uber Eats delivery driver, and I had ran in to deliver an order, and then I received this parking ticket. Please view the pictures attached for proof of my Uber delivery status, as well as please contact me via phone with a decision. So you were asking the city to decide that your ticket should be dismissed. They did not decide that and instead referred it to the court for the hearing. So that's the ordinary process.
Okay.
Okay, so it's $50. You have 10 days to pay. You can also file an appeal if you'd like to do that. It's 7 days, and you can contact the clerks and they'll tell you how to file an appeal. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, thank you. You're all set. City of Ypsilanti versus Cheryl Rankin, 22YP 37776. Could you state your name, please?
Cheryl Rankin.
Ms. Rankin, you're here today on a ticket that was issued to you in the city of Ypsilanti on September 23rd, 2022 on Cross Street in the 509 parking space for having an expired parking meter. The fine is $25. You can admit responsibility or we can have a hearing.
Hearing, please.
Would you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this matter is the truth and nothing but the truth?
I do.
You're still under oath, Officer Hutchins. Go ahead when you're ready.
Yes, Your Honor. So I would have come out of the Freight House parking lot, turned to go down Cross, checked meters on Cross, saw a vehicle with expired meter and issued citation as such.
And this is an area where the parking money needs to go into the kiosk. There's not meters at the spots. Okay,
Correct.
go ahead, Ms. Rankin.
Yeah, I was just, I had requested an appeal. I did not see, nowhere does it say, I had the same situation as Mr. Fraley. Nowhere does it say it's paid parking. There's a number that you can't actually see. When I pulled into that very last space, I was the farthest space down from the area where you put money in, I guess. And you can't see the number because it's so far down on the fence. I did send in the appeal saying that I would make the payment, but I had just requested that I make the payment based upon the amount of time I was in there versus the full $25.
The amount of time you were in there, I don't understand what that means.
I was just in the restaurant and I provided the proof of the time that I was in the restaurant. And I just asked that I could pay the amount that the parking would have paid versus the ticketed price, since it doesn't
But I
even say.
can't, that's not something that I understand why you're asking now that I know what you're saying. But that, I don't have any idea how long your car was in that spot. That's not something that's available. And it looks like you didn't file your appeal until after the ticket had gone from 15 to.
No, I filed the appeal immediately.
Oh,
I
you filed it
the
on the
appeal
same day.
today.
Okay. So so the fine is $15, not the 25.
Okay,
Okay. So you're admitting responsibility for that, right?
I will pay the 15, yes.
Okay.
Can I ask a question, please?
Yes.
How do I pay that fine? Do I use the original ticket information or will you
can-
send me?
You can call the courthouse. So this needs to be paid at court, not through the city. So you can call the courthouse or you can come to the courthouse or you can pay online later today. I'm in that courthouse this morning, but the paperwork will have to be updated in the system.
Okay, do we
Yep.
get an email receipt or anything like that to know where
After
to pay?
you pay, I believe you'll get some proof of payment. Yes, but I don't do that part of the job, so I can't really say for sure.
Okay, I don't even know where to go online to pay.
Okay, the notice that you received to appear that was mailed to your address in Canton has
Yeah.
the court's phone number on it,
Okay.
and you can pay over the phone. The website for the court is 14adistrictcourt.org.
Thank you.
Thank you. City of Ypsilanti versus Colleen Recinto. 22YP32898. Sure, I'm saying your name wrong. Can you state your name for the record, please?
My name is Colleen Recinto.
You're here today on a parking ticket issued to you November 18th, 2022. The ticket was issued in the city of Ypsilanti in space number 559 on River Street for having an expired parking meter. The fine is $25. You can admit responsibility, or we can have a hearing. I think it's actually $15 if you filed your appeal the same day, which you did. We can have a hearing, or you can pay the 15.
I would like to have a hearing, please, Your Honor.
All right, could you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this matter is the truth and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, Officer Hutchins, you're still under oath. Go ahead when you're ready.
Yes, Your Honor. Walking down River Street, saw a vehicle with unpaid meter and issued citation.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead when you're ready, Ms. Recinto.
Thank you, Your Honor. I was dining at Thompson Block with my father. I came outside to check my meter, noticed that it was expired. Went back inside because my father was using the bathroom, joked with the staff and said, "Hey, it's my luck that during this time parking in enforcement is going to come out." And about 2 minutes later, parking enforcement came out. I went to my vehicle. I greeted Officer Hutchins. I explained the situation to him, and he told me that it doesn't change the fact that my meter is expired, and proceeded to issue me a ticket with me standing in front of my vehicle, about to leave.
Okay, so one of the things that I think people don't fully understand about the parking is that at that point, once your meter is expired, there's no way for the parking enforcement officers to know how long you've been parked there, whether any money was ever put in the meter. They can't, it's unduly burdensome for them to have to try to figure out whether a person had a meter that expired 2 minutes ago or whether they've been parked there for 2 hours. So it's really, the parking tickets are really what's called in the law strict liability. So either the parking was appropriate and legal, or it was not. So I understand you disagree with that and think that because you were there, you shouldn't have been given a ticket, but the facts are your meter was expired and the parking enforcement officer saw that. So
I agree. My only other comment, Officer Hutchins, is and maybe this is just legal and it's not logical, I don't know, but if the city of Ypsilanti wants to be a place that is welcoming to customers and wants business, this is not how to treat a patron who is just in a local restaurant.
You might be right about that, but the thing is that Officer Hutchins' job is not to be an ambassador for the city of Ypsilanti, and neither is mine. His job is parking enforcement. My job is having the hearings when someone objects to a parking ticket. So that what you're saying makes sense and might be a legitimate issue for the city, but it's not something that either he or I are able to consider when we're doing the jobs that we have.
Understood.
Okay, so I am finding you responsible. I've reduced the fine to 15, not the 25. Because
Thank
I
you.
can see you filed your appeal right away. You have 10 days to pay that or 7 days to file an appeal if you'd like to do that. And have the judge hear the case. Any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. City of Ypsilanti versus Patricia Spence, 22YP 31764. Ms. Spence, are you able to turn the microphone on? Can you turn the microphone on, Ms. Spence? I can see you're there at the courthouse. You might need to have someone come and help you.
Thank you.
All right, you got the mic on now?
Got the mic on now.
Okay. City of Ypsilanti versus Patricia Spence, 22YP 31764. One moment, I'll turn my video back on.
Okay.
I had some frosting on my fingers I didn't want to lick off on video. I don't care if you know I did it, I just don't want it on YouTube. Okay, you are here today on a ticket that was issued to you October 3rd in the city of Ypsilanti in on River Street in space 547 for having an expired parking meter. The penalty for that, looks like you filed your appeal on that same day, so the penalty is $15. You can admit responsibility or we can have a hearing. What would you like to do?
I want a hearing, please.
Okay, could you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this matter is the truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, Officer Hutchins, you're still under oath. Go ahead when you're ready.
Yes, Your Honor. Walking through Depot Town, went in front of the co-op. Saw a vehicle with an unpaid meter and issued citation.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead when you're ready, Ms. Spence.
I don't know if you received a letter from me, but I
Yep.
went straight to the courthouse. I wrote up what had occurred. I never even saw the meter. There was
Not a meter in
well,
the.
not a meter,
Yeah.
but you know, the numbered thing.
Yep.
There was a display of pumpkins in front of it.
Well,
I never
not,
even saw
the
it.
display is, the sign is on the curb side. And the display of pumpkins is on the back side of that sign towards the building. So when you parked your car would have been in front of the sign with the pumpkins on the back side.
Pumpkins were on the front side because it was a display.
I have this photo here. I know it's really hard to see a photo like
Yeah.
this, but here's the sign. And here's the front of your car. And the pumpkins are behind the sign.
Well, at any rate, I did not see,
Mhm.
I didn't see it, you know.
Okay.
I came out of the co-op and I was very shocked to even find the ticket because I didn't even know that street was now,
It's relatively new within the last 18 to 24 months.
okay, because I used to live in the city.
Yeah,
And use that co-op forever.
I know. And now the co-op is super great. So it's good to
Oh,
be
very
in there. I know it's really wonderful.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
So you may have heard me say before, maybe not, that the parking violations are really basically strict liability. Either the violation occurred or it didn't. There's not really a lot of wiggle room for an excuse. So I am finding you responsible.
Okay, can I just say one more
Sure.
thing in my behalf? I went immediately to the courthouse.
Okay.
And gave that note, that letter, whatever you want to call it, that I.
Yep.
And I was told there that it would either be accepted or not accepted, and I would know in a couple of weeks. Well, here we are in December, and that occurred in early October, so.
We scheduled this hearing for you at the end of November when we got the paperwork. We didn't get the paperwork from the city until November 23rd.
Yeah.
And then we scheduled the hearing within a week of that.
Yeah, no, I don't question that. And that's when I got it in the mail and, realized it was related to my ticket that I hadn't paid for parking. Can I just ask you, what could I say to you that you let me off the hook here?
There's really nothing. That's why I say to people, this is a strict liability situation. And really, the reason that it's that way is that it's, if there were a way for people to avoid paying for parking, then I would have, today I probably have 20 to 25 people objecting to their parking tickets.
Yeah.
And if people believed that there were legitimate excuses for not paying for parking, it would be completely unworkable. And the city then might as well not even have parking enforcement.
Okay.
I might as well have this be my only job where I'm dealing with parking. So that's why I say this is really a strict liability. Either you parked it properly or you did not. And that is because that is the only way to make that workable.
Okay, but I a lot. I got this in the mail and I'm coming to see you today. Would there have been any way that I could have just gone in and paid it if I had known this was going to?
Yeah, of course you could have gone in and paid it when you got the ticket, but that's not what you decided to do. You wanted to issue an explanation.
I did want to issue. I was shocked.
Yeah. So then we've scheduled this for you to have your explanation. And that's why we're here where we are today.
Yeah. Okay. But I think if I had my way, I would have paid it in the first place.
I understand. Okay, I think we're all set. So $15 within 10 days, please.
Okay. Thank you so much for helping me.
Thank you. City of Ypsilanti versus Donald Richardson, 22 YP 37955. Could you state your name, sir?
Donald Richardson.
Mr. Richardson, you're here today on a parking ticket issued to you on October 28th, 2022 in the 900 block of Madison Street in the city of Ypsilanti. The ticket was issued for unauthorized parking on city property. I think the issue is the paper plate. Is that right, Officer Hutchins?
So I found the vehicle with no plate on it, like no physical, like metal plate, like you're used to seeing.
Yeah.
And the paper plate on it had expired.
The paper plate. So the issue is that it was an unregistered vehicle parked on the street. Okay. So the fine for that is $50. Mr. Richardson, you can admit responsibility or we can have a hearing.
Let's have a hearing, please.
Could you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this matter is the truth and nothing but the truth?
That is correct.
Hey,
Yes,
Officer Hutchin, you're still under oath. Go ahead when you're ready.
Yes, Your Honor. As I said a moment ago, I was traveling down the street, saw a vehicle with no license plate, checked the paper plate because I could see that in the window. It had expired back in April of this year, as I noted on the ticket. And then I issued citation for unauthorized parking on city property.
All right, thank you. Go ahead when you're ready, Mr. Richardson.
yes, the officer is correct. There was a paper plate that had expired. I had made an appointment with the Secretary of State, but I couldn't get in there. I believe it was until November 7th or 9th. And all of that has been corrected. There is a plate on it. But at the time, he's correct. The paper plate had fell down and it was expired, but I had made an appointment way back and that was the date they gave me. And that's as soon as I could get in there.
Well, when did you make the appointment?
The appointment, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, was back in, I want to say July.
Okay, your plate expired in April.
That is correct.
So when you say you couldn't get in, there was some period of time where you had the paper plate and it was valid. You
Yes,
didn't
ma'am.
make an appointment to get in then some more time passed, bringing us to July, where you still haven't made an appointment.
Well, July I did. I made it in July.
Okay, so 3 months between April and July, plus however, those plates are good for at least 90 days before that. So I don't, also, I happen to know from my own dealings with the Secretary of State, you might not have been able to get into the branch you wanted, but they have appointments, you know, all over the state in other branches. So I don't think I don't think the timing of the plate, as you've testified today, is, I think the timing is your fault, not the Secretary of State. So I'm finding you responsible for the ticket. I don't really want to say your fault. Those aren't the right words I want to use, but I guess I want to say your responsibility, maybe. So I'm finding you responsible for the ticket. The fine is $50. You have 10 days to pay that, or 7 days to file an appeal if that's what you would like to do. Oh, we have a second ticket for you, a handicap parking. That was from 2013. You just owe money on that.
Me?
Yeah, a handicap parking ticket from June of 2013. You owe $222 on that. Yeah, it's very old. And apparently you didn't. Okay. I don't have the ticket. I don't have the ticket. This says Superior Township. I can give you the ticket number. You can call the courthouse and try to talk to someone. You want that?
I have no clue. Now, I do have a son, but he's down in the second.
This, yeah, I don't have very much information because we're not having a hearing on it, so I can give you the ticket number. You ready for that?
Yes, ma'am.
13W062034.
13W062, and what was the rest, ma'am?
034.
034, handicap.
Yep.
Okay, and where do I pay the parking ticket at?
The parking ticket can be paid here at the courthouse on Michigan Avenue. You can pay over the phone, in person, or online later today.
Okay, I'll come to the courthouse, please.
All right, you're all set, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. City of Ypsilanti versus Christina Strickland, 22YP 32271. Could you state your name, please?
Christina Strickland.
Ms. Strickland, you're here today on a ticket that was issued to you on November 8th in the city of Ypsilanti in the on River Street in space number 557 for having an expired parking meter. I think that the fine should be $15. So that's what I'll set the fine at. You can admit responsibility or we can have a hearing.
Hearing, please.
Would you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this matter is the truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, Officer Hutchins, you are still under oath. Go ahead when you're ready.
Yes, Your Honor. Walking down River Street, saw a vehicle with an expired meter, issued citation.
All right, go ahead when you're ready, Ms. Strickland.
The reason that there was no zone that was listed on this parking space, which I took photos of and sent into the court. So when you use the app to park, you have to put in a zone. So there was no zone in front of my parking space sign. There was no zone in the one next to me. And I even asked Thompson and Company if they happened to know what the zone was. They did not know what the zone was. So when you're using the app, you cannot pay if you don't enter a zone, because I tried.
Okay, so you sent in a picture of the kiosk.
The kiosk, I didn't see the kiosk I didn't see the kiosk because I got out, I started walking in. So the kiosk was taken when I came out of Thompson and Company is when I saw it. I've never used the kiosk in Depot Town to pay. I've always used the app. The city offers the app. And if the app, in my opinion, is going to be offered, then the zone should be visible. I mean, I park in Chicago, the zones are visible. I park in Detroit, the zones are visible, and there was no zone. Not only was there not a zone on that parking sign, or those two, going on Cross Street heading east, I looked there and there was no zone listed on those either. So I had no problem paying for parking at all. I've been in Depot Town before I've paid. I've even walked back to my car the first time I was down there and realized that you had to enter a zone to get the zone.
So I've never used the parking app, but I want to make sure I understand what you're telling me.
Sure.
That when you are using, because I've only used the parking app that City of Ann Arbor has, and
Correct.
you don't need a zone for that.
Correct.
So when you're using the City of Ypsilanti parking app, there you come to a place where it asks you to type in the zone.
Correct.
And if you cannot type in a zone, it won't let you proceed to payment.
Correct.
Okay, Officer Hutchins, do you know anything about that?
Yes, that is 100% accurate.
Okay, where was
Normally-
she? Where? Yeah, very annoying.
Normally, those kiosks, the parking signs, like you've seen other images of that, I almost always take a picture of those signs. They always have that sticker on them that has a zone number on it.
Okay.
Now, if you look at the photographs I took, it does not. It normally
Okay,
would.
so I'm gonna dismiss your case today. I don't, yeah, so I think that's appropriate because you're right. The city has offered this app and there's no way for you to use it.
Right. And I just want to mention, I don't know what the resolution for the city is, but since that ticket has been issued, I've been in Depot Town on another occasion, and people they may want to go to a different method because the stickers are being scribbled out with markers. They're being scribbled out, pulled off.
I don't work for the city, so I'm not taking your
Understand.
complaint anywhere,
Yeah,
but I hear you. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
Officer
thank you.
Hutchins does work for the
Very
city.
aware.
Right. That's why I mentioned it because he was there to hear. I know you can't, but
Okay, you're all set, Ms. Strickland.
all right. Thank you.
City of Ypsilanti versus Cordy Weatherspoon, 22YP33403. Good morning. Could you state your name, please?
Cordy Weatherspoon.
Mr. Weatherspoon, you're here today on a ticket that was issued to you on September 8th, 2022 in the 10 block of West Cross Street for parking in an area where parking was prohibited. The fine is $50. You can admit responsibility or we can have a hearing. What would you like to do? Did you hear me, Mr. Weatherspoon?
Hello.
Can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Okay. Did you hear what I said before?
Yeah, I can have,
Do you want to have a hearing or do you want to admit responsibility?
I want to hear it.
Okay, could you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this matter is the truth and nothing but the truth? Okay, I read your appeal. You're saying someone told you you could park there.
Yes,
Who's that? Who told you that?
I think it's the officers there today.
Officer Hutchins, were you able to see his appeal?
I see it, yes. And the rule on it is you have to be back further than where what it is at the bottom of the vehicle in the parking area. There's turnaround, and that turnaround has to stay so we can move the vehicle into the
Okay. So it's okay. So he's right. He can park his car there. He just needed to have it farther away from the sign.
Yeah, you have to have it back away so this way it's not in there.
Okay. You understand that, Mr. Weatherspoon?
Yes, I do.
Your
but
car's too close to that sign.
well, nobody ever said that I was parked in that same spot 2 weeks earlier and said I was okay. So,
Okay, well, I don't know anything about that. I'm telling you that you have to have your car at least one car's distance from the sign. I'm gonna find you not responsible today because I think that you were trying to comply. So next time, make sure you're farther away from the sign, okay?
I sure will. You hear me?
Yeah, you're all set. I'm dismissing your ticket.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, MZTT, I don't know your name.
It's Miss Wilson, sorry.
Okay, I have
She-
I have two Miss Wilsons, Tashia and Imani. Which one are you?
Tashia.
All right, City of Ypsilanti versus Tashia Wilson, 22YP 31760 and 32740. So the first ticket was issued to you September 27th, 2022. Oh, no, that is not you. That is, okay. That is Imani Wilson. Can you check if there should be?
I did get a ticket from Mr. Hutchison.
Yes, I see that.
From in the front of the Corner Health Center.
Yes.
I
see
just
that.
pulled up. My
Okay,
son had went.
Okay,
I'm
hold
sorry.
on. I'm trying to sort
Okay.
through something because I had, like I said, I have two Wilsons and three tickets and they're not the right way. So I'm trying to sort through those. Just give me 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, you do have a handicap sticker?
Yes.
All right.
I believe it was expired probably like a day, but I didn't even notice the date because I was running so much my kids, they football, dance, and I totally, forgot the date for that one when I was parked in the parking lot of
Okay,
Pufferette.
I will dismiss the handicap. Is that the improper parking? Nope, that's
The improper,
okay.
not because of the handicap tag, Your Honor.
Pardon me?
The improper parking has nothing to do with the handicap
Right,
tag.
it's the first one. If she'd had a valid tag, then you
It's,
wouldn't. Okay.
no, the improper parking is because she parked nose first in a parallel parking zone.
Yes, I see that.
No,
Let-
no, no,
No, no, no, wait a minute. Miss Wilson, just a
Okay.
minute, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Hutchins, Officer Hutchins, the first ticket, the 32740 that was issued to her for parking in front of the corner health store.
Okay,
If she had had a handicap sticker,
would have been fine.
it would have been fine. Okay, so I'm gonna dismiss that one. Did you renew your handicap placard?
I have an appointment because my doctor is a surgeon, so he's
Okay.
been like really busy. I
Okay,
haven't.
I'm gonna dismiss that one. You need to get, just this one time I'm dismissing though. You can't park in a handicap spot with an expired tag.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but I understand that the timing on this, you just missed your date, so I'm dismissing that one. Okay, the other one is for parking, improper parking. This is from the parking lot in the block 10 of South Huron Street. And the ticket was issued because you were not properly parked in the spaces. I have tickets.
Oh,
here.
that was the one that I got the handicap ticket for.
No, the
No.
handicap, you didn't get a handicap ticket. You got
I got a ticket for not for parking in front of which is not a handicap right there in front of the corner health center. So he said that I didn't have nothing in the meter, but I have pictures where the car that was in front of
just
me.
a minute. I already dismissed that ticket.
Okay.
Okay.
So the other one
yeah,
was in I parked in handicap at Puffer Reds. And I have my
but
sticker.
that ticket is not in your name. That is in the name of Imani Wilson.
So I got one handicap.
Okay. Are you Imani Wilson?
Your Honor,
No,
you
I'm
have
Chia
tickets
Wilson.
confused.
Okay. I'm sorry, Officer Hutchins, what?
Your Honor, you have the tickets confused.
No, I don't. I mean, maybe the court got them confused.
That's
but
possible as well.
everything that I have has the name of Imani Wilson in Pauline Boulevard, including including the appeal.
Oh, then someone messed up your paperwork.
Please.
The two for Miss Wilson that we are speaking with right now. I have 45. The citation number is 455-71760.
Yep, that's the improper parking.
Yes.
That was in front of in the parking lot of Puffer Reds.
Okay.
But I had a handicap sticker in there.
It's not about the handicap sticker for that ticket. It's for not using the space properly.
I mean, I was parked in front of the handicap pole.
Your vehicle was not parked in the space correctly. That happens a lot in that parking lot. People come in from the wrong side, and then instead of parking at the correct angle in the spot, they're not in the right spot. And so that happens frequently. And so that's not a ticket for not having the handicap placard. That's a ticket for having your vehicle parked, but not within the lines properly.
Oh, I thought it was expired handicap.
No.
That's a very different ticket. That's a $150 ticket.
This one is $33 for not parking the right way.
So the other one was like $25.
Correct.
That first one that I got.
Yeah, I can lower this to 25 if you want to admit
because that's the
responsibility
one
for that.
That's the one. I'm sorry. That's the one that I was parked in front of the Corner Health Center.
Right, and
I ran
I already dismissed that ticket.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So but I'm kind of confused. Like I thought that's the reason why I had got the ticket at Pufferez because of my handicap sticker was expired.
No.
Okay, well, I just have to pay that because I
Okay,
didn't know.
So I'm gonna lower the fine to
about-
I'm gonna lower the fine to $25 though, because I dismissed the cheaper ticket, so $25 within 10 days, okay?
Yeah, they need to kind of fix that.
The lines were not
Pufferez,
easy to see, I agree.
Yeah, I thought that I was parking correctly because normally when you park in the handicap, the pole is right in front of the park. So
Yep.
you park directly in front of the pole.
Okay, but you're admitting that you weren't properly parked, yes?
I mean, I thought that I was parked. Right. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
And when I came out, I had a ticket and I'm like, oh my God. But my sticker was up. But like
It's
I
not
said, I have
about the
forgotten.
sticker. It's about the way that your vehicle was placed within the lines, which was not correct. So are you admitting responsibility for that or not?
I mean, I will, I guess.
Okay, so you have
Because I'm not
$25
gonna be
within
able to
10
win
days.
it no way.
Okay, all right, you're all set. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you.
Okay, that's it, Officer Hutchins. Thank you.
You have a good day.
Thank you.
We're just waiting on the jail, everybody. I'm gonna give it to you because. Bottom name and then the
Okay.
only name on the other page.
Okay. Jessica? Can you check on something for me?
Yes, ma'am.
So, because we're doing things early today, we are maybe just off of our schedule, but there were two people, Natula, an RNO out of Pittsfield, and Artisha Tomlin, a child endangerment, I think the sheriff's department. Those, we have not heard from the police departments on those, so like I said, it may be because they didn't know we were going early. They did know, but if you can see that your office has signed them, then we'll try to get in touch with the police and.
I don't see anything on Tomlin. I don't even think the warrant's been submitted yet because I
Okay.
looked that one up. And then on the other one, I thought we did issue on it, but let me make sure.
Okay.
And then in Tula, is that the
Yeah.
one you're talking about? Okay. Gosh, I'm not seeing it. I thought I saw it early. Maybe hold on. I spelled her last name wrong. Hold on.
Ntoula.
Okay. We issued on it an R&O.
Okay.
I don't know if it just hasn't been sworn to yet, but we did issue on that one.
Okay, we're gonna try to reach Mark Delapina at Pittsfield and get that one handled today then.
Okay.
He just sent it to you?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. We're gonna do that one today. And then on Tomlin, that's not ready on your end. So we're not waiting for the police officers on that.
Correct.
Okay,
Well, they
awesome.
haven't submitted it, so we haven't even reviewed it.
Okay.
Okay.
Wonderful. Thank you.
I hate this.
Medical, please.
Hi, jail people. Hello.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Hi, so we are seeing everyone on the list. Tomlin has a felony pending. We're not seeing that one, but we're seeing her on a misdemeanor. We're seeing everyone on the list. We need about 4 minutes to finish a swear to, and then we'll be ready to go.
Okay, so you got just the 4 then, right?
Hamilton, Douglas, Tomlin, and Natula.
Yep.
Yeah, and once I get the swear to handled, then it doesn't matter to me what order you put anybody in. So we'll be ready in, like I said, just a few minutes. We're printing the paperwork, then we have to call the police.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right, could you state your name for the record, please? I can't hear her.
Her mic's not on.
Your mic is not on, Miss Douglas.
Kimberly Sue Douglas.
Okay, Paul, do you have that the way that you want it? We're just recording through Zoom?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's coming across. Go ahead. and keep
Okay, you
talking.
can hear me fine?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Miss Douglas, I have your mailing address on, is it Whitaker? Whittier
Whittier.
in Ypsilanti, and then you
Yes.
provided an email. Is it okay?
If
the
it still
court
works,
use-
it's okay.
I'm sorry, you provided a phone number, not an email. You don't. We
Yeah,
have
no.
we have KSD 88659 at Gmail.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and I have your phone number one place as 334-7436 and another
Yes.
place 334 is correct.
Yes.
Okay, not 344. Got it.
No.
Okay, and is it all right if the court uses your phone number and your email to have contact with you?
Yes, I guess so.
Okay, thank you. So we have two files here today. You've been arraigned on both of them. Your office has been appointed, Ms. Saab. We have State of Michigan versus Kimberly Douglas, 2130089 and 21F10733.
Assistant Public Defender Lemmy Saab appearing with and on behalf of Ms. Douglas. Your Honor, with regard to both these cases, we did discuss her being in bench warrant status. She's also in bench warrant status in a 14B case. I did discuss the court's policy regarding failures to appear with Ms. Douglas, and at this time, we'd be requesting a low cash bond in the next available court date, Your Honor.
Okay, so on the misdemeanor, it looks like she's already been sentenced and
I think she was waiting.
awaiting sentencing. Okay,
She asked me, drug court, looks like.
she's in the drug, yeah. Okay, so Judge Freshour set the bond in this case at $1,000 cash or surety. I typically don't have permission from Judge Freshour to change her bond, so I will set that at 1,000 cash or surety. The court date is not until January 9th, which is very far away.
All right.
So, I
Can I get time
believe-
serve? Oh, I'm here though.
Possibly.
Okay.
I believe that Judge Freshour will look at the file and look at the bond.
I planned on staying in jail, hopefully just to take care of everything. so-
Okay. And if your office thinks it's appropriate, of course, Ms. Saab, you can file a motion to try to get a bond reduction or a sooner date. That's the date that I've been given, though. So for this file, that's what we're doing. I've updated contact information.
Thank you.
1,000 cash or surety sentencing on January 9th,
Is that at 9 a.m.?
1 p.m.
1 p.m. Okay.
It looks like it's over Zoom.
Okay.
I don't know if this had a paper clip on it, but it does not have one
It should
now.
have.
Okay,
I couldn't find them.
okay. I'm sure there's, I'm not in my, good. I'm not in my usual courtroom today, so we're struggling to get all of our things together. Great, thank you. Okay, so we're saving that. And get this other one ready. All right, so on the felony, the bond was set by Judge Simpson at 10,000 cash or surety. So again, my instructions are to keep the bond as set, and the court date for this one will be Tuesday, December 27th at 9 a.m. over Zoom.
Thank you.
Okay, do you have any questions,
No.
Ms. Douglas? All right, you're all set then. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, could you state your name for the record, please?
Artia Tomlin.
I have your mailing address on Redwood in Ypsilanti. Is that a good place for you to get mail from the court, Ms. Tomlin?
Yes.
And when you met with Mr. Lebo, you gave him a phone number, correct? Do you have an email address that you'd like the court to have?
Artia Tomlin at yahoo.com.
ARTEATOMLIN.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. This is Pittsfield Township versus Artia Tomlin, 1911735. I have received a petition requesting a public defender. I will sign that. You may proceed when you are ready, Mr. Lebo. Your microphone's off.
I apologize, Your Honor. Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Davi Lebo on behalf of Artisha Tomlin. This would appear to be a failure of peer regarding a driving while license suspended.
Yes, she has not been arraigned on it yet. You think she has been arraigned?
I just went to court on the 6th and they didn't tell me I had no other warrants, so I don't know.
Yeah, no, she has not been arraigned on this. Okay, this warrant might not have shown up. Because it's over a driver's license case and nobody cares.
I mean, I had went for driving because I had to get my license, so I was going for, driving with
Yeah.
and stuff. So
Yeah.
I thought it might have popped up.
No, no, it's not affecting your driving record.
I just got my license.
You have a valid Michigan license now?
Yes.
Oh, okay, great. So I'm sorry, Mr. Lebo, I'm kind of hopping over your jam there, but so when you come back to court, Ms. Tomlin, with your valid license, the prosecutor for Pittsfield Township will allow you to plead guilty to something that won't affect your driving record. So you won't have anything reported to the Secretary of State. You don't have to worry about the 2 points that go with a driving while suspended.
Okay.
So I'll give you a personal bond and a new court date. Your pretrial will be over Zoom on January 4th, 2023.
Okay.
Okay. So the other thing we have to talk about is that the matter that led to the police contact, there's no paperwork that's been submitted to the prosecutor's office yet. So I'm giving you this personal bond and I believe you'll be able to go home today, but there is at least a police report number from whatever was involved with your arrest. Okay. And so I'm not certain how that's going to play out. I just want to let you know that even though I'm giving you this personal bond, that thing might still be out there that has to be handled. Okay.
Okay.
As of today, I double checked, the prosecutor's office double checked, and there's nothing ready to see you on today. And the police haven't requested charges as of about half an hour ago.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Anything else on this matter?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
You're all set, Ms. Tomlin. Thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, did you provide a time for the hearing on the 4th?
I did not, because I don't have one.
Thank you.
Hello, could you state your name, please?
Mr.
Mr. Natwala, I have your mailing address. You don't have a mailing address right now, correct?
Yes, Your Honor, I do not.
All right, and is it okay with you if the court uses your phone number to have contact with you?
That's okay.
Do you use email?
Yes, indeed.
What's your email address?
NAURILAN01@gmail.com.
NAURLIN01@gmail.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. And is it okay with you if the court uses your email address to have contact with you?
Yes, it is okay.
All right, thank you. This is State of Michigan versus Natula 22F11916. I have received a petition requesting a court-appointed lawyer. I will sign that. Go ahead when you're ready, Mr. Lebo. Is he frozen?
Frozen in mine.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah, am I frozen, Your Honor?
you are, I can hear you, but your face is frozen. There you go. Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Could you repeat the last 4 digits of that case number?
1916.
Thank you, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Davi Lebo appearing on behalf of Vasily Natula, and I apologize if I pronounced that name wrong, Your Honor. We have not been able to review the complaint as it was not available when I spoke with Mr. Natula, and therefore we request reading of the complaint on the record.
The complaint states that on or about December 19th, 2022 at Washtenaw Avenue near Carpenter Road in Pittsfield Township, Washtenaw County, Michigan, defendant is accused of assaulting, resisting, or obstructing a police officer, specifically Officer Rosara Gonzalez of the Pittsfield Township Police Department, when defendant knew or had reason to know she was performing her duties. This is a felony with a maximum of 2 years and/or $2,000.
Thank you, Your Honor. We plead not guilty to that charge.
All right. You may address bond when you're ready.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Natula is employed part-time at the Salvation Army working and receiving. He is a long-term Michigan and Washtenaw County resident for the past 12 years. He has a daughter that he takes care of and would like to be released so that he can take care of. He is connected with the Auburn Hills Court regarding the $250 hold. And the prosecutor has recommended a conditional release with alcohol and drug testing and no firearms on the bond form. And therefore, we'd request a personal recognizance bond in this matter.
And he's able to do the drug and alcohol testing?
Mr. Natula, are you able to do drug and alcohol testing?
Yes.
Okay. The reason that I'm requesting that, Mr. Natula, is because there was some suspicion that perhaps you had been drinking or using drugs yesterday when you had contact with the police. So I'm giving you a personal recognizance bond today. You don't need to pay any money to leave our jail while you're on bond. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs. Do not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court. No criminal behavior, no assaultive behavior, no firearms, weapons, or ammunition. Any questions about the bond conditions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, your probable cause conference will be a week from today, next Tuesday, December 27th, approximately 9 a.m. over Zoom. If you don't know how to Zoom, you can go to the courthouse and use one of the computers in the court's lobby. Okay, any questions?
No, not at all.
All right, you're all set then, Mr. Natula. Thank you. So we'll see whether or not Hamilton wants to be seen today.
Sounds good. We're gonna go to a cell right now.
All right, thank you.
You're done.
Oh, don't take us off yet. They're still checking on Hamilton.
Oh.
See whether he'll be seen or not.
Mr. Hamilton, you want to see the judge today, or the magistrate, or to arraign you on a charge? Yeah, I'll see it. What? I'm saying, look at it. Oh, okay. He said he's can see you and he's looking at you.
Yeah. I don't think he wants to be seen.
How do you want to do this? He's laying down.
Does he want me to talk to him today?
Yeah, but he's laying down. He's not sitting up.
Okay, I don't care.
All right,
I'd like to just get him get the bench warrant handled.
Sounds good.
Okay, Mr. Hamilton, can you hear me?
Yeah.
You have to speak a little louder because you're not very close to the laptop. Can you hear me?
He said, yeah.
Mr. Hamilton, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can't hear him. He's not gonna, if he's not gonna speak loud enough for me to hear him, I can't do anything.
Try it this way.
Okay. Can you hear me? Can you state your name, Mr. Hamilton? Okay. I guess we're not doing it because I can't hear him. We'll try again tomorrow. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, that's everything then. Thanks, friends. David, once